So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream.
Dr. King once said, whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly.
When you think about the thousands of 8th graders who will graduate this year from the Chicago public school system, 6 out of 100 will go on to complete a 4-year college program.
If we don't do something about education of our children in the city, it's going to make the civil rights movement look like a tea party. There have been more people killed in the Chicago public school system than the entire civil rights movement from the 60s.
The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy.
When I became a teacher on the West Side, one of the things that I learned very early on is how many challenges our kids faced. And that either leaves you one of two ways. It either leaves you despondent or it gets you fired up. And I was 23 and idealistic, and so I fell naturally into the fired up category. I've got to do something about this.
He couldn't come in and just say, we're going to do this. He had to really prove to us that he really was genuinely concerned about our children in this community. As a teacher on the West Side and being a police officer, we felt that he had some credibility, that he knew what our concerns were as a parent, as community members, and some of our concerns and problems within the community.
One of the biggest challenges early on was that ICTC was built around placing recent college graduates in some of the toughest teaching environments and in classrooms and some of the most challenging communities.
People at the time felt that it couldn't be done, that you couldn't take people right off the college campus and put them in the classroom without all sorts of formal processes to prepare them for that experience.
It's that precise challenge that enabled us to attract some of the nation's top talent to Chicago to work in the communities that ICTC has always served.
Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? The time is always right to do what's right.
We wanted people who wanted to be there, high-skilled graduates of top colleges or career changers who saw it as their mission in life to try and change the status quo.
ICTC teachers bring an unbelievable amount of energy to the table. They are mission-driven, and they have a certain resilience that is hard to find in the average person. And that's exactly what we need in our schools.
You're bringing people from top-tier universities and bringing them into education in areas that need people with a lot of talent. They're able to look at problems, find solutions, and look for the positive and have high standards that they bring with them to the program from their own educational background.
I firmly believe that every child in our country deserves to have an excellent education, and I think that students are not always afforded that opportunity, particularly along the lines of race and socioeconomic status. And I just think it takes programs like ICTC to help inundate our schools with people who really believe that our children can succeed and deserve to succeed.
Human progress is neither automatic nor inevitable. Every step toward the goal of justice requires sacrifice, suffering, and struggle. The tireless exertions and passionate concern of dedicated individuals.
We took their talents, we took their passion, we took their ability, but we instead focused then on how do we make them effective.
And Pat came up with the idea that we can find a way to find an alternative certification process which will permit these youngsters, young people right out of school, to serve in a very meaningful way.
And then there's the coaching that we do, the developmental coaching, where we have master teachers who walk beside you, sometimes holding you up, sometimes pulling you along, but always working with the idea that you'll be a good teacher for children.
I've grown so much more in such a short amount of time with these people in ICTC and the coaches, and my students as well, that it's just a mind-blowing perspective.
I'll never forget the day that I actually did get the award, and just the amount of support that you get from your school community of people coming out saying that you did this for the students or you did this for my child.
A success that I always go to is instilling this belief in my students that they can succeed no matter what the obstacles are that come before them. The question is always, where are you going to college? You know, what will you accomplish? And they must tell me.
We may have all come on different ships,
but we are in the same boat now.
The Langelock Charter Academy was established not only to provide a quality education for the children we serve, but also to be a model for urban schools, urban education all around the country. I think what really distinguishes us is the fact that we have a school that stresses absolute excellence.
My son wants to be a doctor, and my daughter wants to be an artist. I had aspirations for my son being an educator, a teacher, and my daughter being the doctor. But their hearts are set on, and their minds are set on being a doctor and an artist for some reason. I'm loving it.
Their test scores above average, and because of that, they have the greatest opportunity to have scholarships for high schools as well as colleges.
There's this anonymous saying to the effect that we risk more than others think is safe. We care more than others think is wise. We dream more than others think practical, and we expect more than others think possible.
There are some serious challenges in the educational systems today around the country. And I think that one of the major challenges is the long-range commitment to do whatever it takes to fix it.